Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Taurus for the mid-month March. You can have Taurus anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you're here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. Taurus, as I was getting into your energy, the imagery that I was seeing was, it was like I was being like, what's the right word? Like submerged in water, and the water was very, very clear, and it had a very like rocky terrain underneath. And you weren't like panicked or anything, but you didn't realize that you could breathe underwater. And then so you're kind of like floating down, like you're back towards the bottom, okay? And as you were floating down, you kind of realized that, oh, I can breathe. And so you started to like breathe, and then you turned over, started swimming and exploring and seeing what this underwater world had to offer. But then I kept getting the sense like you kept forgetting that you could breathe underwater. And you had to like keep reminding yourself. And to me, what that kind of says is like you might be on a bit of an emotional journey, and I think that you're really getting places with it, but you keep forgetting to kind of like put it into practice. It's like you're learning a lot, but you're not implementing it into your life emotionally. I feel like maybe there was something that you were like emotionally stunted with that you've really come a long way with. So we're going to start with the Work Your Light Oracle. What's the message for Taurus, please, for mid-month March? What's the message for Taurus, please, for mid-month March? Message for Taurus, please. Mid-month March. What's the message for Taurus, please? Okay. So this is interesting because on the bottom we have mirror, and her reflection is in water, and it does have like a rocky terrain like we were talking about, and it's so clear that it does come off as a mirror. So you could really be in a lot of reflection right now in life. So 2 cards ended up coming out. We have protection, call back your power, cut cords, and soul retrieval, and then Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Okay, just with these 2 here, now you could maybe have a toxic relationship with your mother, and you're trying to kind of like you're kind of trying to remove yourself from that situation and see where your wounding is in that relationship with your mother. And then when you find the wounding, you're asking like, how can I mother myself? And if you're not doing this yet, this is maybe what you're needing to do. And so it's like with this call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval, you could have given a lot of power to a motherly figure in your life, and they might have abused that power. It's quite interesting. And I don't know if it might be something that you have always known, but maybe not. And you've gone on kind of like an emotional journey with that submerging in the depths of the water, and it's kind of been brought to light to you. And sometimes when we begin our spiritual awakenings. People's true nature that we never expected to not be on our side, like, can come forward. It's crazy. It happened to me. I lost two of the most important people in my life when I started my spiritual awakening, and I couldn't believe it. Like, they were the two people that I didn't think that I would ever lose. And but as soon as I started setting boundaries, they were the ones like the least accepting of it. And so this could be something kind of like that you're going through right now. And it could be with a motherly figure. If not, it's just like I don't know, it's like a very feminine, I don't even know if I want to say that. But in the ways that they failed you, you're asking yourself, how can I mother myself? How can I, it's like you're kind of doing a lot of like inner child work maybe. Let me see here. Protection. Hang on. Protection. 104 and Star Mother is 48. 104 and 48. Okay. Protection. You are being called to protect your energy and call back your power. May all the lost pieces return home now. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Do not keep your tabs open. Shut down energetically each night. Now, that take a look at who and what drains your energy. Like, whenever you feel worn out, pay attention to who you were spending time with prior to that. And that will tell you everything. Energetic cords are formed between people, places, objects, and events, so it's important to keep checking in. Your energy and energetic space are sacred, so treat them as such. Keeping your energy clear takes work. As we go through life, we can give away our power, so it is important that we call it back by cutting energetic cords or doing a form of healing known as soul retrieval. Can you think of a traumatic event, relationship, or soul memory that you are being called to call back your power from? Check into your body now and see which chakra feels like it needs a bit of an energetic cleanup. Now, so you can even do this, like they're saying, with a traumatic experience. If you were energetically tied to whoever created the trauma and you've never cleansed yourself of that, you're still tied to it. Let's see. So here's an activation, okay? I call back any lost soul fragments, power, or light now. Any vows, soul contracts, hexes, or programs from the past or present, from this life or others that are not in the highest good of all, I relinquish now. Any power or light that I have willingly or unwillingly given away or had taken from me, I call back now. Any cords or attachments from this life or others, I release now for the highest good of all. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. I feel very out of breath. It's I don't know, like, maybe your heart is kind of racing right now a little bit, like maybe you're resonating with this message, but you're scared to do it, because you know what it entails. If it's someone as close to you as like a mother figure would be, right? Okay, Star Mother, you are more held than you could possibly imagine, loved and cherished so dearly that if you knew, you would not spend 1 second of your life in separation, worry, or fear. Let the mother carry your burdens. Let her rock away your fears. Lay all of your worries, regrets, shame, and guilt on her altar. Please, please, sweet child, do not fear. You are love in motion. If you allow it, you are already healed. Let her remind you of your goodness. Let her love away your fears. I don't know if this is like resonating with someone or what, but it's like my heart is racing, my hands are getting sweaty, and like Let her remind you of your goodness. Let her love away your fears. Your capacity to love and hold others is limited to your capacity to love and hold yourself. Be compassionate with your sweet body, mind, and soul. Treat yourself like the beautiful spirit that you truly are. Now, your heart could be racing too because you don't believe these things about yourself. Like, you might not believe that you are, it says, like, your sweet body, mind, and soul. Like, you might not feel that way about yourself, but it is true. It's just there's probably a lot of wounding on top of it, right? That needs to be kind of like cleared away. Let's see here. Treat yourself like the beautiful spirit that you truly are. Remind yourself that you are doing your best and try not to carry it all on your own. You have got this, and the mother has got you. Let her broad arms take away your burdens. Let her lift the weight of the world off your shoulders. Forgive yourself, my dear sweet child of the earth. Yeah, I'm getting the sense like you're really needing kind of like a protective circle. Like, do you see how this is a circle and they all have their arms up in X's, right? So it's almost like you need to cast a circle around yourself to protect yourself from any outer influences, so you can kind of like go into your inner child and kind of like learn what needs to be remothered, what, you know, like it was mothered wrong the first time around, and so now it needs to be remothered by you, by yourself. Even if you're a man, you can still mother yourself. Okay. Okay. Now, whew, man. Now we're going to go on to the Herb Crafter's Tarot. Now, I really like the contrast of these two decks because this one, the Work Your Light Oracle, is like really ethereal. And then the Herb Crafters, you know, herbs are all plants and like they're based on earth. And so it's like it's a way to kind of ground that ethereal energy. So can I have one or two Herb Crafters for Taurus, please? For mid-month March, please. Can I have one or two Herb Crafters for Taurus mid-month, please? Mid-month March. Can I have one or two, please, for Taurus? Okay. We have the Ten of Fire, which is like the Ten of Wands, come free. Let me kind of look at it here for a second. Well, it looks like they're doing a lot of crafting with it. So I know in the book they have a lot of the crafting recipes and stuff. So 10 of Fire. There can be too much of a good thing. Stop, step away, soothe yourself. Now, that is that protection energy. It's like you're needing to kind of like step away. And, you know, it does say the 10 of Fire, and that's the highest of the fire cards. And so you could have been like burning the torch at both ends, and you're just kind of needing to like step away and soothe, okay? It says, cut it down and it roars back to life. Peace follows overwhelm. You may be overextended. The shelves in this room are full, yet the crafting continues. Rest and replenish so your experiences can take root. Refresh your love of creating by releasing some self-imposed responsibilities. Comfort quickly becomes burdensome and difficult to manage, but it will regenerate after harsh cutting. Even a small amount can quickly flourish into a new plant. Commit to just a few tasks and set the rest aside. Pushing too hard will lead to waste and exhaustion. Do not be afraid to give away some of your creative ideas. When you harvest too much, let what you cannot use feed the soil for next season's growth. So it says crafting with the 10 of fire. Write down what you need to release, roll it tightly in a comfrey leaf, and burn the leaf when it is dry. Make comfrey salve for burns, bruises, and injuries. Each time you use the salve, let it be an invitation to rest and soothe your overworked spirit. Use comfrey in magical practice, on an altar or in spells, to inspire you to come back to life. So this could be kind of like, so the 10 of fire is the 10 of wands. And the 10 of wands to me always represents like burdens that we carry throughout life that are not our burdens to carry. And it's like the end of that cycle and deciding what burdens need to be set down, what is not ours to carry through the rest of our lives, and to actually like set them down. Now I'm getting this imagery of like setting these burdens down and actually like setting them on fire. Now you could have been raised in this way where this person, whoever this person is that you're needing to kind of like protect yourself from and cut cords from, it could be multiple people too. It could, it doesn't have to be just one person, but it's like they've put a lot on your shoulders. Maybe like they rely on you emotionally or financially, or it seems like they put a lot on your plate, okay? And you do the work and you do the work and you do the work, but you don't ever take a moment for yourself. But it's the end of that cycle. It's learning how to protect yourself from those energies. It's learning how to you have to learn how to set boundaries. That's what it is. Because you've never set boundaries with this person or people, and it's time for you to start setting boundaries and saying, I'm not okay with this anymore. And if you're not, and that's the thing, it's like when you start setting boundaries, people will shock you. Some of the people who you don't think will be there for you will be there for you. Some of the people that you think will be there for you will not be there for you. But it's of the utmost importance that you set the boundaries. Okay, we're going to go on to, we're going to go on to, is this what I want to use? Okay, we're going to use the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. So I've kind of been using this as advice, the tarot spread, as advice for this person, like whoever is resonating with this. Yeah. Oh my gosh, of course. Okay. So we have the Death card, and on the bottom we have the Nine of Wands. Now, this Nine of Wands in particular, like usually the Nine of Wands represents like a wounded warrior type of energy. But if you notice, this is kind of how the person is presenting, but how they actually feel. It's like they're exhausted and like bent over and like can't stand upright, okay? And I feel like that's kind of like you're presenting as one way, but you're feeling another. You're feeling just exhausted. And what's wonderful about the imagery that I was seeing is like water is healing. And the Death card represents, it's not just death, but it's also resurrection and rebirth. And I think that's kind of what's happening. Like when you go in and you do like childhood wounding like childhood retrieval exercises and whatnot. Like, it allows you to be reborn. Like, your life can change in ways that you would never expect just by going. And what you do is, like, you meditate and you focus on something from your childhood. Now, it could be a distinct memory that you have that has haunted you for a long time, or it could be something that you have no memory of, or that it's like you start meditating and all of a sudden you have this memory that you'd never had before, okay? And you go in and you focus on it, and you go and you rescue that child. You say, you might not have been protected in the past, but now you are. Now I am here, and I'm here to help you heal. I'm here to be there for you. And you are what you needed when you were a child, to that inner child. Now, it's so interesting because this skeleton is opening its chest and this woman is inside, and this woman is also opening her chest. So it's like layers upon layers upon layers of wounding that are being healed. Especially with this, how this card is depicted here with this multiple layers, right? I mean, that's your advice, is to like really look into like childhood wounding and like how to kind of like go in and deal with those things, and how to mother yourself, right? How to parent yourself in the way that you needed parented. Because even if our parents try as hard as they possibly can, like, not everyone is going to resonate with the way that their parents parented, okay? And so even if they tried their hardest, there's still going to be some wounding, because we are not them, and they don't know all of our needs. And so it's just a way to kind of go in and heal those wounds, that it's parent ourselves the way that we actually needed parented. Okay, so we're going to go on to the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds to just kind of finish off. They have nice little messages in them. Uplifting messages. Can I have one card for Taurus, please? The Gathering. Community, kinship, companionship, number 33. Now, I love this because on the bottom it says kindred spirits. So by doing this, it's kind of like you are finding your soul family, right? How I was saying, like, the people who are there for you will surprise you. And the people who aren't there for you will also surprise you. So by doing this, it's kind of like you're gathering your people. You're seeing who's on your side. Okay, where's the book for that one? Okay, let's see here. 33. When you gather, we of the hidden world see all about you, the connections you are weaving. The community and kinship, the relationships you create, are not only woven from hand to hand, from heart to heart. You do not only stand together in a circle and reflect the shape of Gaia, the shape of the stars, the shape of temples of stones, the nests of birds and the eggs, the beginning, the zero. You gather together and weave into relationship the universe. The conscious intelligence that is the universe is supported by the relationships that are awakened and healing, that have at their heart a desire to commune with each other in ways that create a fertile place for healing and understanding. Yes, that is what you need to do. Like, that is what you need. You need people that want to nurture the healing, that want to like encourage you when you need to go in the deep depths, but also encourage you when you need to kind of come up for air a little bit. You know, it's a whole range of things, okay? Within the small circles of your life, the smile you offered for no reason, the kindness you lent without expectation of return, the offering to another who is experiencing lack, all create community, all create relationships, all create understanding. All are sacred and all contribute to the place where the planet can be nurtured and fed by your higher self. There may be times when you gather in sacred ways, times when your footsteps trace those of your ancestors, when you wear the garments woven of stories. There, yes, it is sacred, but the spirit of this is held in your every action, word, movement, and it is there that the true work is done, bright soul. Reach out this day and take a hand, lend a hand, be in relationship. For then, while it may be unseen, you awaken all the temples, and the beings of light rejoice. And then they have like a little illumination mantra here. Today I will create community, weave relationship, I will connect. Now this is so interesting because you had that card of like needing to cut cords. So I think what it is like you're needing to figure out the toxic cords that you have with other people. And then by doing that and like going in and, you know, mothering yourself, doing the inner child work, you then can form those healthy attachments. And I don't even want to say the word attachments. There's this saying that I really like. It's attached to nothing, connected to everything. And that's kind of what it is. Like, this is attachment, this is connection. Attachment, connection. You don't want attachment, you want connection. Okay, so Taurus, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank any of you for being present today. Any of your guys that were present, any of my guys that were present, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And I'll see you soon. Bye.